like you a lot more in 13 minutes.
Oh, really?
But for these next 13 minutes, we got to duke this one out.
We going. You already know.
Who the better quarterback, Dak Prescott or Carson Wentz?
You said his name first, like the better quarterback name should be said. Dak Prescott. You told me something yesterday that I really didn't believe before I heard it from you. I've heard it from a lot of producers. I heard it from a lot of executives.
This was a couple months ago.
You need to lead with your best take.
Now, I remember when it was.
Lead with the headline, right? I usually don't do it that way. I'm a radio guy at heart. I like to keep you going and then at the end be like, blah! But now, since Acho wants it a different way, I'm going to give it to you, Acho, a different way. It's time, y'all, for the full screen king to present Dak over feelings. And this is facts over feelings. Give me my full screen right here. Let's match these two quarterbacks up and see what my man Acho has to say after this. Who has more games started in terms of durability? Dak. It's time to beat the Dak drum, y'all. More wins, Dak. Higher win percentage, Dak. More playoff wins, Dak. More passing yards, Dak. Higher completion percentage, Dak. More passing and rushing touchdowns, Dak. Higher passer rating, Dak. More passing yards per attempt. Acho's favorite stat. Dak. Let me breathe. I don't know where in the hell this 13-minute argument gonna come from, Acho, because I don't see any categories where Carson Wentz has a chance. Oh yeah, I forgot one. We couldn't even put it on here. It was technology issues. Head-to-head matchup. Dak.
All day.
There's a cute list
Dak over feelings, baby.
See, what y'all got to do is,
right here.
Marcellus, why'd you have to combine pass plus rushing touchdowns? Why'd you have to combine it? Because
he's a dual threat.
No. Because if you would have done passing touchdowns alone, Carson Wentz would have more. That's why, ladies and gentlemen. That's cute. He would have had one more passing touchdown. Started 8 less games. Make that make sense, Marcellus. How do I have 8 less starts than you, but have more passing touchdowns?
Cowboys were a running team.
Cute little list. Got one.
The job of a quarterback is to
Cowboys were a running team.
You told me day one that the job of a quarterback was to win games.
Let me get to my point. Let me get to my point. No, I don't want to see his trash full screen. Can we get his terrible full screen off the camera? Thank you.
Man,
Marcellus,
please.
All these stats that you just showed me told me. All they showed me told me that Dak Prescott inherited a better team.
Oh.
That's what that told me.
Oh, really?
Let me give you Let me give you some stats, Marcellus.
Okay.
Carson Wentz, he's one of, 7 players to throw 20 passing touchdowns or 7 or few interceptions? What's that tell me that Carson Wentz, yes, the only argument you have is durability. That's the only argument you have.
Really? All these?
But Marcellus,
out of all them stats, the only thing you got is durability.
Okay.
And we just talk about ability?
Come on, man.
Wentz has more ability than that. Now, here's the thing.
Please give it to me.
Dak Prescott is a very good quarterback. Cowboys fans, at Cowboys blog, at Dallas Cowboys, y'all clip this
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
so I don't get cussed out.
Sure is.
Dak Prescott is a very good quarterback. But Marcellus, you say the devil is in the details. So can we flirt with the devil for just a few minutes, and then I'm going to stop and go back to church.
Boy, you a bishop's son. You better not flirt with the devil.
Let's flirt with the devil in these details for a few minutes.
Right.
Talk about the top targets. This is just barbershop talk. I don't even need the notes. Let's just talk.
So far, you haven't.
Top targets. Carson Wentz, he's thrown to Ertz, Nelson Aguilar, a person who's most known for dropping the football by Eagle standards. Alshon Jeffrey, Jordan Matthews, my dog, but he's not in the NFL right now.
Didn't Alshon have a great year with the Raiders and cuss them out because they suck?
That was Nelson Aguilar.
Oh, Aguilar. Okay, my bad. But so he's actually a pretty good.
So he ended up being good. Wasn't good under Wentz.
So Zach Ertz is any good?
No, he's not any good. Evidently,
Michael Gallup. You have a
Dallas Goedert,
another first-round pick.
He's trash, right?
Yeah, he's trash.
First-round running back, Marcellus. But you want
Miles
to talk about
Sanders?
head-to-head
Trash.
matchup? You shouldn't have done that. Because let's talk about head-to-head matchup.
Have you had enough of this?
That's one.
Yeah, man.
Week
You had enough
16
of this?
Cowboys.
I had enough of it then, man.
Okay.
No. As an Eagles fan who grew up in Dallas, I tried to be nonpartisan.
If I can get to
I knew the Cowboys were...
Oh, man. Let's change it up. Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, of course, with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. So let's get open for business and let's wake up those football gods. And, of course, you know what I need to do. David Wiley. David Wiley, thank you already for that super chat.
Ooh, he already with the heavyweight questions already.
Man, see,
already.
All right, I got to introduce my people over here. Okay, I got to introduce my people.
Then we get into it.
We got. And of course,
mic sound nice, check one. My mic sound nice, check two. My mic sound nice, check three. Are you ready?
All right, man. How you guys doing tonight?
Hey, I'm ecstatic, man. Hey, look, it's a lot of news to talk about, so I'm good.
TJ Watt, you want TJ Watt?
For 1 year deal, yes.
For 1 year,
TJ or JJ?
Is your mic plugged in? Is your mic plugged in?
It should be.
Okay. All right. I think I need the second set. I got to turn them up just a little bit.
Which one? Right here?
And that mixer. Yeah, the second set there.
Right here? Or this one?
No. Start from the left.
Okay. Right here.
That one. Turn that one up so it's the same as the one to the left of it.
Okay. Right there.
Okay. And make sure. Okay. And then the one at the top.
Right here.
Okay. Right. And then look at the buttons on there and make sure the buttons are the same as the first mic. You're the first mic. He's the second.
Okay, gotcha. So
see that?
We'll have to
There's there's two buttons in the front. So one should be up and one should be down.
Okay,
on top of the dials.
Right here.
Then straight up to the top. Go up to the plug.
Okay, so one's up.
No, not the dials. The buttons.
These other buttons up here.
Those two should look the same as the two for your mic.
All right, what about now?
Okay, yeah, I think I hear Mike. Mike, say something there, Mike. Can you say something?
JJ Watt.
There you
go. JJ Watt.
Here we go.
You can turn it down.
1 year deal. 1 year deal.
All right.
Prove it contract.
Okay, we're still getting set up here with the new stuff and things here. All right, so we got Michael Anthony Fitness up in here as well. All right, so how y'all doing on this fine night? Dan the Man Cunningham. What's up?
So what's y'all's thoughts on JJ Watt?
I tell you what.
Someone asked in the comments.
Okay, hold on. I tell you what my thoughts are. I don't know. My thoughts are. It's ladies' night for Lola. For Jessica.
I got the cashews on deck.
I got the cashews.
Trying to
what
eat
about the popcorn?
Antonia, are you new here, Antonia?
I do got the hot popcorn if you want to try some.
Oh, really? Is it ghost pepper?
Okay.
No, it's not.
And there's Gina. Gina, what's up, Gina? How you doing, Gina?
I think it's the Takis or the flaming hot.
All right,
ones.
so I think I got at least the first ones. All right, so we gonna get started here. All right, so you want to talk about?
No. Someone asked in the chat about TJ Watt, Wiley.
TJ Watt or JJ Watt?
JJ Watt. I get confused.
Okay, all right. Well,
both
first of all,
names.
okay, since you said TJ, which reminded me of the Pouncey brothers.
I wish we had TJ.
They're both contemplating retiring.
Yeah, I heard.
And I'm thinking that it might have something to do with my man, the Canadian Bulldogs. Remember when he trucked Pouncey?
Oh yeah. Oh man. So you telling me that one play took out both brothers?
Well, you know what? Well, hey, they both working together, man. Hey, man, bro. This ain't working out right, man. We need to do something different. I mean, that's just my thought. Maybe I'm wrong, but that move when you get a little bit older, when you get a little older, and then you get a young pup come through there and they jack you up like that starts making you think that, bro, maybe this ain't the thing for me anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Because that's where it's like, yo, I can get hurt out here.
Yeah, definitely.
So they're contemplating retiring, which is interesting. And of course, TJ needs to get a contract.
I mean, JJ is JJ Watt.
Well, TJ.
Oh yeah,
TJ needs to get a contract as well.
But he's too much money.
Well, yeah. I'm not saying that we can afford it. I'm just saying
he wants quarterback money. That's too much money.
Well, and now you got JJ Watt, who went to the McNair family and said, "Please release me, let me go."
We were saying that last year too. You wanted to be released.
And they said, "No problem."
No problem. That's because it was 17 mil against the cap. That's why they said no problem.
Yeah, and it's no dead money with letting that go. There's no dead money with that one, so I can understand that.
But I think he want if the Steelers can pick him up, he probably would want to go to the Steelers to be with his brothers.
Well, the speculation. Well, if you watched if you watched his press conference this morning, I didn't know he was from Wisconsin. So he's a Wisconsin guy who didn't know anything about Texas, but he said he met his wife in Texas and, and he's got so many people, and how much money he helped raise in Texas
for
Houston because of the hurricane and stuff. He's got his roots in Houston, and I've been to Houston for the Super Bowl, but we flew into Dallas. Ooh. Because I was actually hoping that the Cowboys were going to go to that Super Bowl, because it's only about a 3-4 hour drive if I remember right.
Well,
it's not that bad of a drive. So if he did.
At Q, if we end up going to Dallas at some point, you might need to come meet us. Now,
I got to say, all you people in Dallas, keep your ass at home right now because y'all don't know how to drive in the snow and ice.
Damn.
No, they had a pile up. 6 people died in it. 131 cars.
You mean to tell me they got DMV traffic in Dallas?
They have black ice.
DMV Dallas traffic.
They don't understand in Dallas that ice that you can't go full speed on the ice.
Yeah, true.
Okay.
Yeah, and they drive fast as hell out there too.
When they don't understand that when you start skidding that you turn into the skid. They're trying to turn the other way and push the accelerator or slam on the brake. They don't know.
Well, they're used to going 80 miles an hour on the highway.
They just don't know about the snow and stuff. See. We're glad you're here, Dan the man. So let's make sure we do not ignore the comments up in here. We need our quarterback for the future. Fields is the guy.
That's interesting that's brought up right now. I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because if March rolls around and they're nowhere near a deal with Dak. Mm-hmm. It would kind of be irresponsible to not look at quarterback. From their standpoint, if they feel like they're that far off, they might have to look quarterback. I'm not saying that's what I would do, but you're in a position right now where if you don't see, because if he goes on the tag, he's not coming back.
Oh, I agree. Because here's the thing. And the reason why this is my reason why if he goes on the tag he wouldn't come back is the tag would then jump to $54 million.
Oh, that's too much money.
Okay,
that's too much money.
And so the thing is then you're going to sign him to a long-term deal.
Yeah, it wouldn't happen.
If you're saying, oh well, we'll wait till next year. This is where it's crazy. You've never had a situation that's going to be like it is next year. Next year is going to be crazy because you're getting all that new money. Okay, We'll be past COVID. You'll have people that are wanting to go to games because they weren't able to go. You got the gambling money. You remember last Sunday. Michael was over here.
I was pissed.
He was part of that 297.
I was pissed about Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell not catching the ball. Okay. That was a G.
The fact that you can be here right now on your phone.
At least in Virginia.
Let me put a bet.
No.
You mean I ain't got to call my bookie? I ain't got to go to Atlantic City. I ain't got to go to Vegas. I don't go out to Charlestown, West Virginia. I can do it right here at my home.
It depends on what state you live in too.
A lot of money.
Because not every state you can gamble online just yet.
It's about 20 states right now.
Texas is going to be the next
Texas, one. You got Mark Cuban and Jerry Jones working on that. And in fact, Jerry Jones, that whole thing about getting the wine. He was in Prosper. You know who lives in Prosper?
Who lives in Prosper?
Dak.
Ooh.
Dak.
Ooh.
Dak.
I didn't know. I don't know where Dak.
So you think that he went and stopped by 7-Eleven to get Dak some cheap ass wine?
We talked about Jerry Jones.
You know how Jerry
just
Jones
because he got a wine cellar with 1,400 bottles of wine in it doesn't mean that he's going to go ahead.
He's going to use it all on Dak.
I'm just saying. Now, I don't know. Now, he's got a business park.
I didn't know that.
They're expanding. I think they're expanding. They're putting 2 new buildings for 300,000 square feet to it. So it might have been he was going there and didn't want to go empty-handed or something. But again, while he's in Prosper. Now, Dez lives there too, so maybe he's going to see Dez. I don't know.
Possibly.
But him and Dez are still cool.
Those two look like they can get into some trouble together, Dez and Jerry.
But that whole thing, I'm trying to understand that, okay? Big play made on Slay. That should be your name. You change your name. Seriously, change your name. Not the cheap wine Gina said. Well, at least it wasn't a box of wine. Okay, he didn't get a box of wine. And it looked like it was like Menage a Trois. is the because I blew it up as much as I could. It looks like Menage a Trois wine. It's actually not bad. It's about $12.99 a bottle.
That's cheap.
Yeah, no, that's Tracy. I use it for cooking.
I'm talking about for Jerry Jones to buy that kind of alcohol is cheap.
But here's the thing.
It might be Dak's favorite wine, though.
The funny thing. Here's the funny thing about wine is, a lot of times they say, "Oh, this is a $100 bottle of wine," and it tastes like ass.
Yeah,
and you can get some good $15, $20 bottles of wine. It's like, damn, this is
go to Wegmans.
If you didn't know one was one, because what happens is they say, oh my God, that's a 1978, blah blah blah. Oh wow, okay, yeah, I'm drinking some 78. It's like, this is nasty.
Yes,
this is nasty. But it's the name.
Yeah,
but you can get some cheap stuff. Because I tell you, Ron Zappa, I love Ron Zappa wine. I mean, excuse me, rum, Roscoe. Hey. Roscoe.
I'm the motherfucking fucking one who calls the shots.
Yeah,
Roscoe. You better pay me the respect that I gave you.
But you know what? You know what the joke was, though, right? Everybody said that this is exactly how agent shopping.
Yeah, Roscoe, get the fuck out of here. Okay. All right. The thing that's amazing. This is what I'm trying to understand. Was Jerry Jones, did he just decide, let me go hop in the car and I'm going to go to 7-Eleven and get some wine?
Did he actually go to 7-Eleven?
It was if you look at the picture, you can see the 7-Eleven colors on the door.
Yeah, it was definitely 7-Eleven.
Were they geeking out to see Jerry Jones?
And I didn't, because I remember buying wine at 7-Eleven when I was like, in college. And it was like Mad Dog 2020. I was like, damn. So I didn't realize I went to 7-Eleven because I was going to bust up. But then I looked, they had a whole wine. I was like, oh, they done stepped up.
Yeah, they have.
They got a whole section,
I picked up wine before 7-Eleven before for some customers. I know.
Are you going to be a future Jerry Jones?
No.
Okay. All right.
I'm getting paid to pick that up.
But here's my thing. Was Jerry Jones driving himself and decided I'm going to stop by and pick up some wine? Or was somebody driving it?
Somebody had to be driving them.
So why is Jerry Jones going into the store to buy the wine, as opposed to saying whoever's driving him, "Hey man, I need a couple of bottles of wine"?
Well, it's a possibility that they stopped to get some gas, and he said, "Hey, I'm just going to go in and get some wine." Maybe he wanted to crack open the bottle in the back of that limo,
or maybe he wanted the news coverage. Oh, we saw Jerry Jones at the 7-Eleven.
I like to go to 7-Eleven. Oh, thank heaven for 7-Eleven wine.
Maybe you know what? Maybe he's wrapping up a deal with 7-Eleven. And maybe that's the photo op.
Robert says Jerry has stock in the company.
I'm sure he does.
Slay should since we got Big Play, I see Big Play Slay. People keep commenting about him. Jerry is a businessman. He a businessman, and he's marketing. Okay, all right. So he's marketing. All right. So he says that I just go 7-Eleven and get my wine. I got a wine cellar of 1,400 bottles. I go get it stocked.
They do have merchandise there with Dallas Cowboys on 7-Eleven.
It's more so like you guys kept saying we're going to go do our free agent shopping at Walmart. Well, we didn't. We're going to do our free agent shopping at 7-Eleven this year.
That could be it.
I mean, the Walmart.
I think they were looking for free agents to play defense.
Well, you know what? DeMarcus Lawrence has done more for free agency for our team than Stephen Jones has over the last 5 years.
Oh,
At
absolutely.
least he's trying to make some calls.
Yeah, he said, I'm tired. He said, I'm tired of this front office. I'm sick of this.
I'm sick of this shit. Okay. Because if you guys hadn't heard that this morning, first thing when TJ Watt, JJ Watt. There's too many.
There's too many two-letter names.
Why did they have to say TJ and JJ? I mean, come on, man.
And then their other brother,
dyslexic.
Their other brother's name is easier to say.
He basically tweeted at Patrick Peterson as well as JJ about coming to Dallas. So the Cowboys are saying no, at this time they don't have an interest in everything else. Of course, they're not going to say, yeah, we want to get him. But
of course, because the price is going to go up.
Jerry Jones, I'm signing my grandson. Okay. Dude, if the owner wants, he's going to definitely leave y'all acting like you have control. If the ankle's good, I think Cowboys will sign Dak around $40 million per year.
You'll be close.
There was an interesting story today on 105.3 The Fan.
Which story was that?
Where Mike Bassick said that the ankle was in pretty bad shape or something like that, and they're going to tag him this year and let him go. That was the story on 105.3 The Fan, but I'm not.
That I hesitate to say that that's the case? Because you know what always happens with the Cowboys when it comes to negotiation time?
They always sandbag whoever the hell it is.
You remember for Dez, it was, character issues that we got problems with.
Yeah, and there was a tape that never came up.
There was the police came to his house 6 times and stuff. So it was funny how that stuff came through. Then with D-Law, it was, the whole shoulder and everything else and yada, yada. Funny that, but here's where it gets to be funny to me. Is because D-Law, they signed him to his contract knowing he had to have shoulder surgery on his labrum.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They gave him the guaranteed money in the contract. Here you go. Now go get your surgery. Right?
Yeah.
What happens if that didn't come out right? Right?
I guess it didn't matter.
And I'll give you another.
But they believe in him.
Here's here's another one that's interesting too. Trevor Lawrence, he's scheduled to have surgery, right?
I thought that he already had it and he went out there.
No.
So he didn't.
He went out and worked out today,
and he looked good
early.
So he looked good like that with needing surgery
on his left shoulder. It's not a throwing shoulder.
Gotcha.
But here's what I'll say: they don't know if it's overuse or if it's from being hit.
Probably being hit.
Probably from being hit. But here's the thing: people say, "Oh, it's not the throwing shoulder." The Dak dance, right?
Yeah.
How he throws his hips?
Yeah.
Because, see, most people always think that you throw a football only with your arm.
Nah, you got to bring that other arm and you got to bring it in.
It's a whipping action.
Yep.
It's like a pitcher. When you take a look at one of those pitchers where they have it up close, you see how the body is stretched out. This one's coming through and that's coming through because this shoulder is pulling your arm and body through it. So my thing is this. Think about this. He did the workout today. So that way next month he can have the surgery. Labrum surgery. Where does that sound familiar to you? D-Law.
Yeah.
Remember he got his done in April? Yeah. He wasn't able to work out and lift and everything and all that. And he was only in training camp the last 2 weeks, was actually on the active roster. He was on the PUP list. And we know how that season went. Because he wasn't in shape because he couldn't use that shoulder. So now, if you're talking about Trevor Lawrence being the number 1 pick,
maybe he doesn't want to be the number 1 pick.
Well, and he's having labor surgery. You're not looking at him being ready to go the first week. He's not going to be able to work out.
My question would be, why wait so late to get the surgery?
Gina said it's in the hips. What's up? But throwing.
Why it is, but why wait so late? Maybe he doesn't want to go to Jacksonville. Maybe he's trying to,
or he doesn't want to go to the Jets because I don't think the Jets aren't much better than. Actually, Jacksonville's a better situation than the Jets.
I'm trying, but see, people seem to want to go to the Jets. I mean, Deshaun Watson wants to go to the Jets.
He wants to go because of Harden is in New York. He want to be close to his buddy.
Okay,
that's what they're saying all over the sports talk, and they're really good friends.
Danny said he's heard that the Eagles might draft a quarterback with the 6th pick. I wouldn't be surprised on that one.
Either.
Because honestly, are you sold?
Another team you add to the quarterback? Yeah, it's wild.
And you hear that people are calling for Sam Darnold, making calls about him.
Yeah, Washington.
That's actually if I were more teams, there are 2 quarterbacks that I would make calls for. Sam Darnold would be one.
Trevor's playing games. He probably will, but see, I'm not saying that he won't. But see, here's my thing. People are always make a reason for Dak Prescott why you can't do something. Okay? They always make a reason. Well, it's his ankle, he might not be healed. We didn't think about that with D-Law. We didn't think about that, did we?
Nah, we said that they should go ahead and sign him.
I believe Tony Romo had some injuries too before, and 2 8-8 seasons.
Oh yeah,
look, and got his contract. So it wasn't like they didn't say, you know what, we need to put a tag on you, so we can prove that you can be better than 8-8 because he was back to back 8-8. David Wiley.
Take the money out,
all of it.
Oh, wait till you see the shrimp and grits today. Oh, that's what I had today. Hey, 5.5 pounds.
I had me a nice
5.5 pounds down.
My man.
Day number 5, and I'm 5.5 pounds off.
That's what's up, man.
That's 5'5". Okay, so we'll see tomorrow if it's 6'6". Okay, and I did your fasting too. I fasted yesterday, just coffee. So we're hearing, of course. Well, here's what I heard. Okay. Now again, like last week or 2 weeks ago, where I kind of let you know about the second surgery.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd heard
2 weeks ago. It was 2 weeks ago.
Okay, so I kind of let that out, and then it came out on Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday, people, he had a second surgery. Like, yeah, I told you that. Because I had 3 surgeries on my knee in the course of 1 week.
What is Jerry Jones saying?
Literally, when you have a catastrophic injury like that, they set the bone, then they went back in through it, cleaned it up, and everything else. Now, and on back to this injury thing, we signed Jalen Smith after 1 year, 1 good year, with injury issues, right?
Because remember they were talking about that drop foot and how it might not.
But we had no qualms about. We didn't hear about that then.
Well, they might have just been saying that just to say that in the media about the drop foot.
Okay, so what I heard was that part of the problem is Todd France, who left CAA, is now with Athletes First, okay, in Atlanta, and getting things set up and everything else, because that was just in September, I believe it was, when he left in there and things. And once they did not work out the deal before July 15th, you can't do anything until the end of the season.
Gotcha.
So he's been working on getting things set up. So he put Dak Prescott on the back burner and things, and figure they still have. This is what I was told. They have plenty of time to get stuff together. And the Cowboys and them are supposed to be meeting possibly next week, but more likely the week after.
Okay.
So that's what I heard. Now, we'll see if it's breaking news next week that the Cowboys and Dak have a meeting set up and all that. But I'm just letting you know. That's what
they signed to the last minute.
The concern, and this is probably the same thing they said on the fan. I think I talked about this a few days ago, is that the Cowboys have a concern about. I forgot the name of the ligament. Miss Jackie sent it. I tell you what, I can probably look it up. Miss Jackie told me what it was, but they have concerns about this ligament that was, had to be reattached, of course, from the surgery, how that was healing, and that was the other reason why they were taking their time on this to see how it was healing. But I think you're 100% right. If 100% right, if it ends up being that ankle's not right, they're not going to sign him.
Yeah, I don't blame them.
To a long-term deal, and that they'll probably tag him at first and then work on the deal from there.
Yeah, which to me, that would leave you looking for a quarterback, and you're in a prime position to get one. Probably you wouldn't get the best quarterback. You probably wouldn't get the 3rd or 4th best quarterback. But,
oh shit!
What you got news? You wouldn't get the 3rd or 4th best quarterback, but I mean, looking at next year's class, you might not run into another situation where you can get a quarterback.
Okay. Okay. So, so is it what's the guy's name you said that this report was?
Mike Bassick. Okay.
I think there's so wait a minute. Let me just this is just from they say she's just a friend. Just say he's just a friend. Oh baby, you got what I okay, I'm sorry, flashbacks. Okay. I think there's a possibility they released Dak in June. Bassick said, I know something that nobody else knows, and it's very tough to keep my mouth shut on this. I'm just telling you, I know something, and the Cowboys know it too, and Dak knows it too. So that was, of course, what he said. Okay, now this is silly season, right?
Yeah, it's definitely
this is silly season, because what people want is they want what? Clicks.
Yeah, definitely.
Because this is the time where it's usually, it's quiet. Although it hasn't been this year because of guys like Carson Wentz. So he went on, okay. So somebody said if Mike Bassick is close to being correct about what he knows about Dak, the Cowboys cannot give him a new deal, and it sounds like it would prevent anyone else from doing it either. Okay. So then somebody said, SJ. You know anybody named SJ?
Mm-mm. I don't know anybody named SJ. Who?
Yeah, who's SJ?
His father would be JJ?
He says his father would be JJ.
Okay. All right.
Oh.
As you may be aware, people are going apeshit over the Mike Bassick reports on the radio that basically sound like Prescott's ankle has fallen off his legs. Can you offer me some guidance here? Other than it's not true? I mean, I don't want my coworkers to get in trouble, but it looks like he's an idiot. Agree. But I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. So SJ is saying it's bullshit.
Wow.
And I can tell you from somebody I know who's close to the situation about the progress and stuff. And I told you about the second surgery and the progress that it was there on it. So, again, that this is the thing that's crazy, because everybody goes, just because they're on the Fan, or just because they're on Fox Sports 1, or just because they're on ESPN, people all of a sudden will run. Okay. Remember when Ian Rappaport, I believe it was, said that Tony Romo was going to be traded to Washington and Kirk Cousins was going to be traded to the 49ers?
Yeah.
Breaking news. Remember when Ian Rappaport came through and said, we have clarity in the Dez Bryant situation, and Dez Bryant will be asked to take a pay cut, which he will take, and stay with the Dallas Cowboys. And he got released the next day.
And you want to know something else?
What's that?
There's somebody else who's a famous YouTuber right now who, when you broke a story, they came to me and jumped in my DMs and asked me, where did you find that information? And it's somebody that everybody knows too, and I'm not going to say their name.
A big YouTuber?
Big YouTuber. Just started.
He just started. Oh. He asked you?
Yeah, he asked me. I got the receipt.
Sources.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so.
MF? Is he a motherfucker?
I thought talking about me.
I know people. I know it's hard to believe. Okay. All right. I know. I mean, seriously, people talk. I mean, sad as it is, you remember the draft night, that during the draft, I found out about Dak's brother.
Yeah.
And at first because I ignored it, I kept getting this text message, and I was like, I'm live right now. And then I looked at it and I was like, oh shit. I'm just saying. The mods can't handle people talking about a bunch of Dax. Well, Enzo, whoever you are, if you probably, KM, you don't have to be here. You don't have to be here if you don't like what we're talking about.
Wait, what's that?
But anyway,
what's that sound effect? That one sound effect?
What? Oh.
fucking one who calls the shots. And you better pay me the respect that I gave your brother, or we're gonna have a problem.
We gonna have a problem here?
A bad one.
A bad one. So we can only say.
Bye, Felicia.
Okay. All right. So yeah, we got toys up in here. We got toys here. Let me say, while we're here, okay. So let me do a public service announcement here. Shout out to everybody who's been helping support the channel, liking, commenting, subscribing, becoming channel members, and doing super chats. Because of your support, that's where we got our new mixer. The sound should be clearer. You notice we don't have the echo anymore. We don't have the echo anymore, right? You got that, right? You notice I don't get that static and stuff. Now it should be actually nice and clear. So we're going to be able to continue to do more and more stuff, and that's why I got the dual cameras up in here, so you see Michael Anthony Fitness and DMV, and we're bringing this stuff on through. You are the best. DMV.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was talking to everybody else. But you're the best too, Mark.
Okay. But so that's where I am with it. We'll see. We'll find out if he is right. The guy on 105, the Fan.
We'll see.
We'll see if that is. Now, again, I had heard that the Cowboys. I said that the Cowboys were concerned about the ligament, and they should be, because literally a catastrophic break. But when you think of Alan Hearns, his situation. Mm-hmm. Remember, he broke his foot in January in the playoffs, mind you.
Oh yeah, we caught that ball.
Mind you, against the Seattle Seahawks, a team led by Russell Wilson that lost to the Dallas Cowboys. FYI, just saying. I'm just saying. Just saying.
Just keeping it real.
Just saying. For all those people that are saying, if we just go get Russell Wilson, we'll win the Super Bowls every year, because Russell Wilson wins Super Bowls every year. But you know how it rolls. You know how they roll. Well, it's because Russell Wilson doesn't have all the people like Dak does. You mean like when they won the Super Bowl, they had the #1 defense in points, yards, and takeaway?
Yikes.
And they had beast mode? Oh, so you mean he has to have people around him to win? Is that because y'all Dak haters don't want to say that Dak's supposed to win it by himself? He's supposed to play offense and defense.
Yeah.
And then they say, oh, well, Tom Brady, he's the GOAT. He's the best. You do realize that their defense was like 8th and 6th, and I think 7th and taking the ball away. They had a pretty good defense, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm just checking. Didn't they get like 3 takeaways and shut down Pat Mahomes?
They did. Okay.
All right.
Absolutely.
I'm just checking. I'm just checking because, I'm an idiot. I am truly an idiot. And don't know nothing. But we'll see in the next 2 weeks if the Cowboys and Dak meet, which is pretty much the deadline because they have until the 9th of March, from the 23rd to the 9th, to sign a franchise tag or a long-term deal. To me, now that we're beginning the bloodletting in the NFL, this is just the beginning of guys being let go. You know that. You know it's going to get it's going to get bloody out there.
It's about to get ugly, especially in New Orleans. It's about to get really ugly.
Not only New Orleans, Atlanta, Philadelphia. There's like 14 teams that are over the cap. Even the Rams, even though they just made the trade, they're still way over.
Yeah, well, it's bad. It's never cost them money.
Well, right. But they were, before the trade, they were, I want to say 38 million over.
Yeah, they're
right.
Even more.
Without number 1 draft picks for a couple of years. So that's why they were kind of desperate and said, let's go ahead and try, let's try and get a quarterback and see if we can do it. But the thing that kills me is how everybody is like all of a sudden musical quarterbacks.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'll ask you this question about all of the people that's going to have to go out there and get cut. What does that do to
Jackie.
You know how the CBA doesn't want you to take less?
This year, I think it's going to have to happen.
Yeah, it is.
This is where I said, okay, if I'm the GM, there was an article somebody had done last night that I talked about how the Cowboys could get $90 million of cap space.
Yeah.
I talked about you can easily, Amari Cooper's, you can $15 million. In fact, the video, I did a clickbait for you video last night.
Oh, nice.
I said how the Cowboys could get Justin Simmons,
Simba, thank you for the $2 holla,
and draft Kyle Pitts. I thought for sure that you would come through and say, "Oh man, you my dog."
I mean, that's really the dream right there, honestly.
And did I see Miss Jackie? What's up, Miss Jackie? Miss Jackie, how you doing? Oh, what a night. Okay. The thing is people think, if you pay Dak Prescott a $40 million deal, we can't pay. We only got $26 million in cap space. How's it going to work? Because it's funny money. What you see as a cap number and actually what you're paying are two different things. And it's an average of the salary. So this guy had done a 4-year deal, $40 million a year. Okay.
Yeah.
And $120 million guaranteed. The first year's 22. The second year was 38. Literally 300,000 more than what it would be this year on the franchise tag. And it's kicking the money down the road a bit, which is okay. Ray Anthony, thank you for becoming a member, as well as Abe Shepard. Abe Shepard came on actually before the stream came on. Shout out to you two members. Make sure you guys email me at cowboysmark94@gmail. I just put the email address right up there so we can get you your shot glass. You could easily turn around and get some cash from Amari Cooper's deal. You just convert some of his salary. He's got $20 million base salary. You turn it into bonus money and say you leave $2 million or whatever there. And, that's prorated over the life of the contract at avoidable year. And you could do that with several players because you look at it and say, this year is going to be a depressed market. A lot of teams are going to have to cut players. So because there's not a lot of money to go around, it's like during a recession. Price of houses go down, right? That's when the people make money. You don't make money when you buy a house at full price. You buy low, sell high. So this is when you want to be buying those free agents because you're going to get a depressed market. So to me, I push in the chips and say, I'm all in on trying to get me, players.
Yeah. And here's the thing. Players at this point, like if you're going to take less money, what are you going to do if you got to take less money? You're going to go to the place where you can win, where it's going to be a contender. So in order for Dallas to become that type of team, they're going to have to show people that they're not just after the Walmart specials out there, but they're after the top talent, the cream of the crop. You're going to have to get one or two of those guys in order to show to want to bring for other people to want to come in. But it starts with you got to have a quarterback. You have to have your quarterback. It's got to be first.
Did I see Miss Anita? Anita? What's up, Miss Anita? How you doing? Well, and here's the thing. I agree full-heartedly. But here's the problem. You got everybody is now all of a sudden trying to reach for a quarterback and trying to make a move. And some of them it's out of desperation. I'm sorry. If you're trading for Carson Wentz thinking that he's going to be the difference maker, I'm not sure that's the case.
You have to have coaching.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not sure that he is going to be the difference maker. I would almost say, you know what? I'm not going to play this game where we're looking at an inflated quarterback market, because if Matthew Stafford is worth 2 number ones and a third and a player, that's kind of high to be paying for a quarterback that's in his 30s. Russell Wilson maybe 3 number ones or something like that.
You ain't gonna get that though.
Nah, but what I was gonna say is, if Dak is healthy, you best believe that's an option that Steven is exploring.
Right.
I bet my bottom dollar on that. I bet money on that. I bet money.
There you go, man. Big T from Tennessee. Did you sign at Dak Prescott? What about Patrick Peterson? Okay, so now there's going to be a lot of players, and see, the one problem with named players is what we don't see is, and see, Cowboy players, of course, every play quarterback Dak Prescott, every single play and throw is microanalyzed.
Yeah.
What you see of, Pat Mahomes most of the time is you don't see all of his games. You see the highlights. You see touchdown pass after touchdown pass, a great run, miracle throw. You don't see every single throw. And I'm not saying Pat Mahomes has any, a lot of bad throws. But when you start seeing like Carson Wentz, when he has a lot of his bad throws and stuff, you start realizing, man, that guy's ass.
Yep.
And what happens is a lot of times guys get older and you haven't seen how they've regressed the last few years, where they're more of a shell. What you're thinking in your mind is all those highlights that happened before, and it's easy to fall in love with, oh man, because I know I did with Dontari Poe, because I was thinking about how good he was as a run stopper there years ago, and not thinking about where is he at now, where he's literally on the PUP list coming to training camp. You know what I'm saying? And so you've got to be careful when you look at a guy that gets cut. Are they getting cut because they're trying to save some money, or are they getting cut because he's not worth the money that he's made and he's just slowing down? Do they know something that we don't?
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, how many times have you brought a guy in, maybe he had a career year and you brought him in and then he goes downhill, or it's a guy who's older and you say, you know what, I can still get something wear out of him. Uh-oh, Simba.
Take the money out! All of it!
There you go. Take that money out. Thank you very much, that super chat. So you have to be leery on some of this stuff, and you got to look at the production of what happened with him and the reason why he is leaving. Is it about trying to get the biggest deal he can, or is it about his production and he's on his way out? So there's Patrick Peterson out there, and I haven't Patrick Peterson. What does his stats look like? Philip Vance.
I know that he had a down year.
David Wiley.
Oh, we got to do a drawing here tonight too.
Hey, DMV can pick tonight.
Okay, so Patrick Peterson. There's a couple of things I also look at too when you start talking about bringing in a free agent. I was talking about if you could get a incentive laden deal for J.J. Watt and bring him in, I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Yeah, for 1 year. For 1 year.
Oh, Bone Crusher. Bone crusher.
As I'm outside of the club.
And here's one of the reasons why I say J.J. Watt.
Yeah, 1 year.
1 year deal, leadership, more than anything else.
Yeah.
Because you look at our defense, now D-Law is kind of becoming a leader on the field, but I'm not sure that everybody rallies behind him like that.
I don't think they do.
But you don't have
Lee,
that, like my man DeMario. You know DeMario, you see him getting people rally. You see him leading on the field by going lights out and giving everything.
I think Sean Lee's more of a leader.
But the problem is Sean Lee is not on the field anymore, man.
Well, he needs a coach.
But you need a mix of some of those older guys that are veterans.
I agree.
That can kind of teach you some of those.
But it's got to be older guys that's worth a damn. It can't be Tyrone Crawford.
Oh my God!
No.
It's got to be older guys that's worth a damn.
That dude was literally stealing money.
I'm sorry.
He was stealing money.
I got cussed out 2 years ago when I said that was one of those ones that the Cowboys need to evaluate and look at and say, are we getting value? Because from the time they signed that contract, it was overpriced. It was a $50 million deal.
Absolutely overpriced.
And
what they got
part of the problem, they don't know who to keep and who to let leave.
And the thing about it is they kept trying. This is the thing is they made the mistake and they kept trying to justify it.
Oh, come on!
They kept trying to tell you he's PS5 gaming. Thank you.
Take the money out, all of it.
So last season, Patrick Peterson played 16 games. And what did Patrick Peterson do? Patrick Peterson, 16 games. He had 3 interceptions. That would lead the Cowboys.
It sure would.
Okay.
Over the course of the year. He doesn't get a lot of interceptions because he played a lot of man. And he followed a lot of guys, too.
52 solo tackles. That's second most of his career.
It could be because he was allowing a lot of completions, too. So, I mean.
That might be. He had 8 pass defenses.
That's not bad. 8 pass defenses.
3 interceptions, 16 games. You don't get a real breakdown of that. Tackles for loss.
But if you look at his career, though,
I'll say this much:
he plays most of the year. Look. He had 1 year where he missed 6 games. All the other ones are 16, 16, 16, 16. So at least with this veteran, you're getting somebody that at least knows how to stay on the field, which we had a hard time with our secondary this year, being injured.
I say he's probably better than anybody we got on our team right now.
He is better than anybody we got on our team.
I'm just saying.
Now. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, okay, so Patrick Peterson or Anthony Brown?
Patrick Peterson.
Patrick Peterson or Lewis? Jordan Lewis.
Patrick Peterson.
Patrick Peterson or Woozy?
That's where I'm a little iffy on. Not that I don't think Patrick Peterson is better. Mm-hmm. I just think that Cheeto might be a little cheaper and could do a little bit more in the scheme. But if you're asking apples to apples, Patrick Peterson.
Okay, all right. So I'm just saying that and again, it goes back to price. What kind of number are we talking about here? And as opposed to where we brought in Clinton Dix, who was he went from Green Bay to Washington, Chicago to us. He was already really a journeyman. You couldn't have looked at him and say he's a premier, safety or anything. I'm just saying that we bargain basement shop. We go shop for wine at 7-Eleven.
You know what?
What?
I keep seeing everybody keep talking about Patrick Peterson's old and Richard Sherman's old. These guys are old. We need these young guys. How's that been working out for us?
Yeah.
How's that been working out, guys? Getting these young guys.
Well, we've been saying for years, Onamaka Suh is too old.
And he just won.
Honey Badger.
When he got signed by the Rams, people, we don't want Onamaka Suh.
Oh wait, yeah. See, the problem is, and I'm going to say this, and I'm going to call you fans out. I'm going to call the fans out. You guys get mad at Stephen Jones.
You guys
get mad at Stephen Jones for doing it, and you end up doing the same thing to protect your own emotion. Like, I don't want to get attached to possibly getting somebody, so I'm going to find something that's wrong with them. Guess what? Look at our team. We suck. Our defense sucks. These guys are better than what we have, and you're talking about too old. Well, guess what? We got young guys that can't even muster up to some of these old guys. Are we trying to win or are we trying to win?
Oh, man. I think what he just said Hold up.
The situation requires is a whole lot more. And you shut your mother ass up.
I think that's what my man just said.
Woosah.
No.
I think he just said.
No. What happened at the end? What happened?
Get out of here, man. We had young lions for forever. They ain't.
And what happened at the end of the Super Bowl?
Okay.
With Patrick Mahomes and Sue.
Well, okay. But here's okay. But back to my original thesis here. Everybody right now is trying to grab a quarterback, right? So Sam Darnold is getting calls. I'm not saying Sam Darnold is not fixable. The Jets gave away everybody.
Facts.
The Jets, just like you look at some of the players that they got rid of, you look at that and say you gave away stars. It's in the same way you look at the players, from 2 years ago that the Texans got rid of. They gave away a whole team.
Yeah.
Okay. And draft picks.
Deshaun Watson's won an award.
So some of them being a bad team is their own fault.
Yeah.
But right now, everybody is out there scrambling for quarterbacks. So if everybody's trying to get a commodity that there's not much of, your chances of getting somebody that's going to be really good is not good. So while everybody is focusing over here on getting quarterbacks, why don't I go ahead and try and get some of these players that nobody's really trying to get right now? Because we averaged, while Dak was there, 32 points a game. How many more points can we honestly get? I don't know what the record in the NFL is. Are we looking at saying we're going to score 50 points every game? Well, is that possible by trading quarterbacks?
I got my Kobe Bryant hoodie on right now, so I'm going to say more points.
I tell you one thing.
How many points can we score? More points.
Okay, but you know what? How about this? We know we gave up 29.6 points a game. Third worst in the NFL.
And it was worse than that.
Okay,
it was worse than that.
It was worse than, until we started playing some of the bad teams, okay? Yeah. When you're starting to play the Cincinnati Bengals that don't even have the draft pick quarterback, okay? When you play the 49ers that were down to the third string quarterback. When you play Danny Dimes at the New York Giants and that team, although we made him look good. We made him look good. And we playing the Eagles. We were playing the bottom feeders.
Damn,
still giving up points. Okay, so my thing is this. I tell you what, our defense can't get much worse than what we did. With Xavier Woods lead blocking.
Please don't say that. Please don't say that. Please don't say that. We said that the year before, and it got worse.
All right. Okay. I'll put it this way: they can't score too many more points because the game's not long enough. You can only score. Okay, go. All right, just humor me, damn it. But listen, I'm going to tell you the difference of Tampa Bay to this year. Everybody's going to say the GOAT. But the difference of Tampa Bay more than anything else was the amount of yards. Tom Brady threw for less yards than Jameis Winston. Okay? Yeah, he only threw for 6 more touchdown passes. But the difference was they went from 55 turnovers on offense. They dropped that by 31. And they went from, I think, 21st in takeaways to 8th. When you can get the ball and don't turn it over, your odds of winning improve immensely.
Absolutely. You know what else they did?
What?
They got some free agents too. They
got some free agents. They got some dogs. They got some defensive tackles.
They got Ndamukong Suh. He's old.
And where about White?
He's old. We don't want him in Dallas.
Where about White?
You know how much Ndamukong Suh signed for? What, $8 million?
Yeah, $8 million, right. And so when you think of Gerald McCoy, Emerson Griffin and Dontari Poe, we paid more for those two guys than they did for Ndamukong Suh. Okay, there's a professional troll up in here. Okay, the best thing to do is just ignore.
I was surprised Patrick Mahomes got up at that play.
He literally lives to troll. His life is so sad and so pathetic that this is all he's got. Because I literally say,
Junior,
you're out. Don't you do it.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
I got nowhere else to go.
He literally doesn't.
I got nowhere else to go.
I should honestly think of it as flattery because what he's doing is like a job. To literally have about 20 different profiles and to literally carry on a conversation with himself. Literally.
Crazy.
Yeah, he's just crazy. So the thing is, just ignore him. You all know he's stupid. He doesn't know what he's talking about. So, and quite frankly, he's helping me to get some money. Because every time he changes a profile and comes back in, that's a view. And Google says, thank you very much. So keep it up, dude. Keep it up. So, I ain't mad at you, bro. So if you got all that kind of time, boom.
So wait.
What's that?
So you mean to tell me he's going through all of this trouble of creating a new email address in order to create another YouTube account just to come in here?
Not just that. He literally will go through and carry on conversations with himself because people won't comment.
So
he literally says laugh out loud to himself.
You gotta create
to his own dumb post.
So you got to create another email. You got to create about 15 email addresses in order to talk to yourself.
But
you can do that in your house.
Either you have like 15 computers set up, or you've got to log out of one, log back into the other one. Because literally it'll go from this one to this one to this one.
My man got 15 tabs open.
I mean, seriously. You know, it's literally. I mean, I should be flattered that he literally loves being here so much and is looking for that attention. So go right ahead. You know, crazy. Look.
Are you stupid or something? I'm as stupid as a stupid guy.
That's right. You know, I mean, you go right ahead. And Derek. Oh, what's up, my man, Derek? You know, part of the reason why that this studio is able to grow is because my man from Megabytes over here, Derek, he's helped guiding me in a few things. We didn't get the computer right the first time, but we got it right the second time. And this Alienware, man, this mother humper is the bomb. I mean, this
hey, it sounds real smooth, man.
This stuff is
it's smooth like that rum you got, man.
Ooh, there you go.
It's smooth like that rum.
Oh, not the one we were chugging a couple years ago.
You mean my brother's rum? Oh yeah. He told me, he's like, I got some more if you want some. And I was like, my man E2 kept hitting that stuff like, oh my.
No. I mean, I would get it just to chug it when we lose. That's it. Just one shot. That's it. But if we're
but see, the nice thing is, we're able to do all kinds of different stuff there. So you get that close up, closer than close of my man right here. You get to see me. Hey, I'm all the way over here. Hey. You know, we got the studio. I mean, we're building the studio up in here. Okay. All right. So, hey, Jess. Oh, there's Coco. What's up, Coco? Before it gets to be too late, we need to do a drawing here. Okay.
Okay.
So, we got a few. You know what? You got someplace you got to go?
I don't have anywhere else to go.
I mean,
right
the missus occupied.
I don't have anywhere else to go, guys.
Are they still up there?
Yeah, they've been up there.
Okay.
They've been up there.
They might as well pop an air mattress down here.
They got some stuff to celebrate up there, so that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Daddy Bob, Jessica, unmute me. But you're not muted, Dak Prescott. What are you talking about?
No,
I suggested Alienware. Bone Crusher, you're 100% right. Alienware is the shit. It's literally, right now, there are 8 monitors that are actually hooked up to that one system, along with like 6 cameras. So, I mean, it's like, and 3 mixers. And it's the bomb. Joanne Gonzalez, how you doing, Joanne? And Randy.
Take the money out, all of it.
Thank you, Randy. I appreciate that. All right, so back to Dak Prescott.
Okay.
Who we hear they will be meeting within the next week and a half.
Okay.
What do you feel is fair compensation for him?
I think you got to start at 40. I think 40 is I think that's the floor.
Franchise tag.
I think that's the floor.
Tag.
Well, I think it's got to be
a little higher because I mean the franchise. You can start at the franchise tag, but then you'd be wasting a couple hours. I think you start at 40. I mean, it's right above.
I think we got a new one.
What's that?
A new name in the family. We just made another one because we were talking about
Bob. Wow, Bob. What's up, Bob?
Oh boy!
No, it's because the other one keeps getting blocked by your girl.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is.
Hey,
she keeps blocking
this show Shadow. What's up?
And then you got Jerry Jones out there saying they're gonna offer me a line contract. Man, I'm like, I'm not even 200 pounds. You trying to get Dak killed for real?
I mean, I'm 230.
Randy says 4-year, 220 million. Damn. I don't think it's good. I said here's what I said. I said it should be a 5-year, 220. I said, look, if I am,
you got paying for that 5th year.
Well, here's what I said. is if I'm Todd France, I go into Jerry's office and say, look, man, we've been bullshitting this thing for years, okay? You said we can't sign him for 30 because that'll be too much. That's what the talking head said, right? Then of course, the next year, we had 35. You were looking to say, well, 30 don't sound so bad, right? So here it was, we're at 35 last year, okay? And now you're talking about the 35 when it should be 40. We've dicked around enough.
And the man Cunningham.
We've dicked around on this enough. So how about
for the
this?
holla?
5 years, we'll give you that 5th year you want, but it's going to be 5 years, $220 million, which is $44 million a year. It's less than Pat Mahomes, and it sets me up for down the road there. That's fair.
Yeah, and what it does is it puts pressure on the teams like Buffalo and the Ravens who are looking to sign their young guys. Mm-hmm. It puts pressure on them because now they got to try and outdo that. So maybe they go past what Mahomes is making.
Oh, Sheila. What's up, Sheila? How you doing?
$2 billion. No, that's no.
What?
They not paying that.
Pay what?
Dak Prescott over here saying a 10-year, $2 billion deal. They not paying that.
Yeah. Dak's won $120 million. $120 million is fair, guaranteed.
Yeah, because talking about $2 billion.
Take a look at. I mean, take a look at what some of these guys.
Yeah.
Are making, you
can't possibly look at Wentz's deal with him trying to get trade or them trying to trade him and everything, and then trying to offer him anything close to that deal. You can't at this point. It's not even like comparable at this point. And that got injured, and he's more valuable. He got injured.
Okay. All right. Think about just back in 2013 when Romo signed $108 million.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not okay. That was record breaking. Was Tony Romo the best quarterback right then? Okay,
no.
Stop. Oh, stop it!
I think for our system,
y'all Romosexual, stop it. Okay,
I think for our system,
I'm gonna piss you off right now.
Don't do it, Mark. I'm a Romosexual too.
No.
I'm a Romo.
No.
Don't do it.
No. Because one of you mother humpers was up in here and saying Tony Romo's eligible for the Hall of Fame next year, or excuse me, 2022. I said, come on, man.
I think it's too soon.
I'm like, no.
I'm
sorry. Tony Romo's not, maybe in broadcasting.
That's what I'm saying.
Broadcasting, he can't go in yet because there's guys like Troy Aikman who've been doing it and Joe Buck and those guys. So
I'm sorry.
I
love Tony Romo, but there's nothing on his resume that says Hall of Fame.
As a player, no.
Okay, I'm not even on board with Eli Manning going in. He's got 2 Super Bowl rings.
Yeah,
but he'll go in because he's royalty.
Yeah, because his dad and his brother.
I think Romo had you could argue it with his career, but you can't without the Super Bowls. You can't because a guy like Eli got 2 of them. If Eli got 2 Super Bowls, it's really hard to argue Tony being a Hall of Famer.
Guys that were playing during him, Drew Brees.
They all got rings.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady going to be a first round Hall of Fame.
Multiple rings.
Okay.
Multiple.
Hell, you could almost say Phillip Rivers.
I would put Phillip Rivers above Tony.
That's what I'm saying. So I'll put Phillip above. Did I say Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Russell Wilson? These are all guys that played.
You got to put Russell above Tony.
So are you saying that
you got to put Cam Newton? You got to kind of put Cam Newton above Tony.
I mean, yeah, right. So you're saying that we're going to get 6 quarterbacks from this era? Come on, man.
No, I don't. No, I'll tell you somebody I won't put in front of him. And I don't care if it's Eagles fans in here or not. I don't put Donovan McNabb in front of Romo. Donovan McNabb sucked.
He threw up.
Donovan McNabb was trash. Donovan McNabb was they had the top 5 defense like every year. When he was going to them NFC championships, the reason that they lost 4 of them was because the offense was doo-doo. Because he couldn't throw.
Here's my 1-year offer: $1,000 contract, $1 guaranteed for fullback. Okay. Actually, you know what? You can go ahead and sign me, and I'll work for free. Just give me a locker in the locker room and a couple of bottles of rum. I'll be happy. I'll be happy to be sitting on the sidelines on Sunday.
I'm not working for free.
Trying to say he hasn't won isn't true. Okay, I'm sorry. You got to have some playoff success.
I agree with that.
You can hate me all you want. Okay.
If Tony Romo's been to at least 1 Super Bowl, I would think differently, but he hasn't even been to a Super Bowl.
Have you been at least to an NFC Championship game?
But let's be honest. Let's be real with Romo, though. Romo suffered from the same thing Dak's suffering from right now. The defense was not very good.
2007 it was.
Yeah, 2007, and then there was another year it was good. Maybe 2009 possibly. But other than that, the defenses were kind of where they are now. And a lot of times, maybe they weren't as bad, but at that timely score that they gave up at the end of games with Tony would win us a game, the defense would give up a score, and he would have to go back out and win the game again. That happened more often
Derek,
than not.
aren't we all related somehow? I mean, aren't we all?
And then they were forcing the ball to Dez, too. Don't forget about that.
Dak Prescott, bro, it's not even close. The Cowboys fans would say McNabb was more successful than Romo. I'll be changing my name to
successful at what? Throwing screen passes and throwing the ball at the ground. Oh, that's all he did. That's all McNabb did. When he got T.O., he had one solid year, and then when he lost T.O., and then. Do you remember when one of Tony Romo's only playoff wins?
Okay,
who did he beat?
Okay, I tell you
who
what.
Did Tony Romo beat in the playoffs?
Hold on. Okay, all right. For the Tony Romo fans out there that think that he's Hall of Fame.
No, he's not.
No, I'm just saying. The ones out there that think he is.
Broadcasting maybe.
What happens if Dak Prescott ends up beating all his records?
He will.
He almost did last season.
He really
He should have. He should have beat the season yards record.
Okay,
he was 1 yard away from beating that.
And has
at least tied.
And hypothetically has more playoff wins than Tony Romo does before his career is over. So if you look at it that way and say, are you still going to say he's trash? If he does better than what Tony Romo did? If he ends up having all the Cowboy records that Romo had?
He's wiping Tony. He's kind of wiping Tony out.
At this point, he is. If provided his career doesn't end prematurely.
Yes.
Randy.
Take the money out, all of it.
Do you think that might be why they're so reluctant on signing him? Because they love Romo. I mean, they're not inviting Dak to the suite to watch Jerry Grandson play in the stadium. But Romo got that invite. You remember when he talked about Mahomes and all those guys that can make plays? He talked about Romo, didn't he, Jerry? He brought Romo name into that.
But he also put Dak in there too. He was in there with that, if I remember that conversation.
But where the hell is Romo? Like, Romo's not playing. So why is Romo's name even coming up?
Well, time will tell where we are. But hey, here's a good thing, man. We day number 5 of the offseason.
Day number 5.
And shit is just still going for, normally it's quiet right now. We just waiting for free agency to start. This has been incredible for an offseason.
Facts.
I dare say we got more stuff going on in the offseason than we had during the season. It's crazy. And come a week from next Tuesday, it's going to be the free agency watch. So for that 2 weeks, and so from that, and it'll also be players getting cut because they're expecting early March to go ahead and finalize with the salary cap. Somewhere between 80 and 85 million is what they're thinking. But I'm going to tell you, I still think it's going to be more than that because I'm still trying to figure out how they're counting that gambling money because that just went into the CBA. And see, here's the thing. $3.2 billion more revenue is what they're talking about. Okay. 3.2, which
3.2 billies.
Okay. Now, if you end up doing the math to work that out, what that comes out, because the player's cut of all revenue is 48%. So if you multiply that 3.2 by that and then divide by 32 teams, that comes out to $48 million right there of the salary cap that will be just gambling money. To put that in perspective, if you take all 16 games, all 16 home games that each team plays, 16 weeks of all the home games, plus the playoffs, plus the Super Bowl, that's about $3 billion of their revenue. They will get more revenue from gambling than having to actually do the work of being at the stadium. So think about that. We got to run the lights and everything else because that's gross money coming in. Gambling with the apps, ain't no work for us to do. Look, we just kick it back and just send us our cut.
Yeah,
just literally send us the cut.
Matter of fact, y'all need to hit Michael Anthony Fitness up for these betting tips over here.
Yeah, he's like Jimmy the Greek now. All right, so since it's 10-10, in 5 minutes of funk, we'll go ahead and do a drawing. We'll give away a rack. Okay, we'll give away a rack. Huh? Say what?
I said Serena Williams got me $1.
Serena? Oh, shit.
She got me $1. I want $1 off of Serena.
Hey, look, man. When you doing the rack drawing, like you got to put the song up, racks on racks on racks. But that might be a little too young.
I think you get copyrighted for that one.
Oh, for that one, yeah.
Because it's newer. It's a newer song.
Okay, and his breast stank. Day 5, J.J. Watt gets released. That's crazy. No, somebody said, and his breast stank. I don't know whose breath he's talking about. OG,
J.J. Watt,
your boy
about
here.
Last year, or he wanted to leave last year. I don't know why they didn't let him go last year.
At Bob Nagin, 32nd ranked special teams lost us 3 games. Derek Barknett, how many accounts does he have right now? Dak Prescott, 2 are worth a bag of chips. But you know what's funny? Remember when everybody was tank for Tua last year? Tank for Tua. Man, we should tank for Tua, right?
Tua's injury prone.
Okay, how's that work?
It's always funny. It's always funny the double standard that our fans have when it comes to injuries.
You know what? I might consider giving one if you weren't such a jackass. You know, I would actually consider say, hey, be cool. But since you're such a jackass, fuck you.
Woo!
Okay. Now,
F-bomb.
if you know what? If you clean your act up, maybe you could actually get some attention the right way. Because see, we have great fans in here that get attention for being great fans as opposed to being assholes. Okay, so now, he probably just the South Park video or South Park cartoon where the guy's in front of the computer screen.
Which one?
That's what's going on right now.
Oh yeah, the guy was living in his mother's basement.
That's what's happening right now.
All over the place. Gee.
That's what's happening right now. Okay.
Oh my God.
That was good. That was good. All right. Okay, ladies, forgive me. Man. I apologize for that one, but y'all know I'm right. Thanks, Gina. You are not Gina. Oh, my Gina. Copy Gina. What? Who's Mark talking about? Don't worry about it. My Cowboys family, how you doing tonight, man? It's getting crazy up in here, man. Oh, snap. Mark's on fire. DMV. Oh, Daniel Hernandez.
What's up, Daniel?
Hey, are we going to be done with this weekend?
It should be.
Yeah, Daniel, we should have yours done this weekend, man.
Should be finished by tomorrow.
My Cowboy family says, Dak, sign Dak. Dak.
We got Mike J, who's late.
Mike J. Well, Mike, okay, all right, we got 2 minutes for our drawing here.
Mike J.
Dak Prescott will be signed. I think Dak's going to be signed. I honestly do because
it's just the natural.
I don't.
It's just. I think
he has to tag. I don't think he's gonna be a Cowboy.
Well, either way, he will be a Cowboy this year.
No, yeah, he'll be one this year. But I
think they'll be on drop the ball.
Here's my thing.
At the end of the day,
I think they tag him, and I think they get the deal done before July 15th. But if I'm actually Todd France, I pull a Russell Wilson and say, look, we fucked around with this thing long enough. You got to April 15th. We don't get it done by then. We just ain't signing him. Fuck it. Kiss my ass. We just won't negotiate anymore. That's what Russell Wilson did. And, it's funny because Russell Wilson, he's pretty much, he's slowly trying to work his way out of Seattle. And some of that might be, the old saying, happy wife, happy life.
Is that him or the missus?
You think of Seattle and rain and coffee, or you think of New York.
Well, she's the one that wanted to go to New York.
Old Broadway. Exactly.
Yeah, Seattle's not good for a singing career, I guess.
Mike J.
Mark woke up and
$5 holla holla.
Oh, so that's why they were talking. That's why they were talking to Goodell. They was trying to. You got to get him out of Seattle.
Well, they say I'll play for the Super Bowl if you get him out of Seattle.
She said she's Gina C and Eugenia T. Okay, I'm lost in that one.
Money.
Yeah, that dude got some problems.
All right, so are you ready to go ahead and spin?
Let's go.
I got for Mike J in the
Okay. All right.
You good?
We'll give
J.
away a medium-sized rack.
Watch Mike J win. He just went in.
Well, you
Oh, I got to do it?
Well, you got to spin it.
somebody, you the closest to it.
Wait. All right. Okay. So what I got to do?
He's turned it.
Turn it this way?
Come on, crank that mother humper, man.
All right. We got this one.
Okay, who we got?
Simba.
Man, I wasn't ready.
No, Simba one.
Oh no! Wait.
Oh, I see it.
Oh, wait. There we go. Hey.
Simba, you are winner chicken dinner.
Congratulations, Simba.
All right, Simba, congratulations. Simba, email me at cowboysmark94@gmail so we can get you your rack sent to you. And while we're sitting here, let's have a good laugh.
Okay. Ooh.
Yeah. Okay, so does that guy get a job? And where does he go?
I don't know. I really don't.
The Colts supposedly 2 number ones. The Bears were here and it's got nice cold. The Bears are like, we tired
So
of
the
waiting.
Colts offer 2 number ones for Carson.
I'm sorry, 2 number 2s.
They might have to take that. They might have to take that those 2 number 2s.
Right now, the
Bears I don't see Foles for him.
Simba's like, oh my God, yes, you're Miss
Nick
America.
Foles,
okay.
They want Nick Foles a number. They will give Nick Foles a number 1. The Bears.
And a number, well,
that's all they want to do.
And they held
and
fast.
they wanted more. They wanted more than just a number 1 than Nick Foles. I would have taken a number 1.
Well, the other good thing about Carson Wentz is, you can always get your eat on.
For those of you who want to come down in person, we'll be serving hot coffee and delicious Carson Wentz apple turnovers.
We promise not to run out because he's made a lot of turnovers.
He's like a turnover factory, that guy.
So you can get your turnovers with Carson Wentz. I still think he does go to the Colts. I think, but because here's the problem for the Eagles is the clock is running out. They got they got to unload them within a month, and that's the case with all these quarterbacks.
They got to unload them because if they're going to go quarterback, they have to work these quarterbacks out. They got to look at them. They got to evaluate.
Well, no. Not only that, because you end up having the full salary. Full salary is guaranteed then at that point.
Yeah, true.
So if you don't move them before that, it's going to cost you that much more. So look at it and
Someone said in the chat it was 2 number. It was a second round pick and a third. 2 seconds and a third.
I still say that's too much, man. I wouldn't give him a pot of meat.
I would have taken the number 1 and
I would have taken that if I'm Philly.
I would have taken the number 1
I wouldn't I wouldn't have offered that much for him.
I would have taken it.
They might end up taking it.
Nah, he ain't. I'm sorry. I look at that and I just say, because what's crazy about it. You look at Mitch Trubisky's numbers were better than Carson Wentz's were this year.
He's a better quarterback.
Carson Wentz had more turnovers than Mitch Trubisky by far, and he played in 2 games, and they had the same amount of touchdown passes. He played in 2 games more than Mitch Trubisky did, and they had the same amount of touchdown passes.
Yeah, if I was Philadelphia, I ask, can I sleep on it? Can I sleep on that deal?
Okay.
Because I mean, two number 2s and a third, like. I mean, at the end of the day, that's 3 starters possibly.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I understand that there's a lack of quarterbacks, but
maybe you get a quarterback with one of those picks.
I'm saying since 2017, he's been going downhill.
No, of course he has. Since they went to the Super Bowl, he has.
2018, he was 5-6, and then Nick Foles came in and got him to the playoffs.
Yeah, and not to mention, you get him out of the conference. You get him out of the conference. You get him out. Yeah.
I kind of like him being in the conference.
No, I'm talking about Philadelphia. They get him out of the conference, so it's not like they have to look at him, go to a better situation, and win right in front of their faces.
But, all the Dak haters out there, take a look around at our division, though, right now. Washington doesn't. Who's Washington got? I mean, you got Heineke, But he had played in, one game he played good. Okay, he played one game for him. Are you ready to say, yeah, we can go to the Super Bowl with this guy?
I don't know if you can go to the Super Bowl with him, but I tell you what,
yes, Simba, email your address to me and say, hey, Mark, what's up? It's Simba, and I need your real name. I'm not mailing it to Simba. I need your real name.
Simba's upstairs. We can give it to him.
I tell you what, he gave them all they could handle. He gave Tampa Bay, the Super Bowl champions, all they can handle.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, if I'm Washington, I think they did the right thing by signing him to a team-friendly deal right now.
Well, that's Andy Dalton. That's an Andy Dalton sign. That's a veteran.
I mean, if you draft a quarterback, but if you don't, I think you have to go in there. He's getting first-team reps.
Well, they also have Kyle Allen too.
He's better than Kyle Allen.
Well, I'm just saying, but Ron Rivera believed in Kyle Allen. Kyle Allen, he was the guy he wanted to start over Haskins.
I hope they start.
Williams.
Take the money out, all of it.
I hope they start Kyle Allen if that's the case, because Heineke worried me a little bit. He has a quick release. He was making all of the right reads that he was supposed to make.
But now Washington was supposedly trying to get in on that Matthew Stafford thing.
But Matthew Stafford didn't win.
They were offering. They only offered one number one, I think.
But Matthew Stafford
but if they got a good quarterback, that would scare me.
I'm telling you, he had saying where he was going to go
Stafford
too.
would have scared me in Washington.
Yeah. But as we look around with all these teams that are trying to grab quarterbacks, it reminds me of retreaded coaches.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the
the 49ers. The 49ers are trying to get in and find a quarterback as well. So, we've heard that a lot of people have been calling about Sam Darnold.
Well, you know what my man Vox
49ers
says?
are close.
What's that?
He says, right brick on my brick. That means that, like, if teams are trying to move up and get a quarterback, we might be in the spot to trade back and get some capital. Definitely. But it all predicates, is Dak our quarterback? Are we going to sign him?
Up, is that a Gina? What's up? We got another lady in the house. Well, here's where we were talking about teams that are probably looking at a quarterback. Okay, so if the Jets trade Sam Darnold, then they're definitely one. Jacksonville's definitely one, right?
Well, they have the number one pick, so of course I'm going to try to go quarterback.
We know we're hearing that, of course, the Eagles might be in the market for one, right? If Houston trades Watson. Oh, they're not anywhere in the top 10, are they?
No.
They're giving their pick away to Miami.
Don't be surprised. Who has number 5? The Bengals? They don't need a quarterback. Don't be surprised if somebody leapfrogs and jumps to number 5 to go get a quarterback right in front of Philadelphia.
Houston doesn't have number 1 or
a
number 1
and see, Miami
2.
might be able to. Somebody might trade it. Miami could trade out of there for somebody.
They should.
They could. Somebody come up and leapfrog those guys. So
So
a lot could happen.
Would be smart.
So right there, that's 4 teams in front of us already. That might be
not to mention Carolina could get a quarterback because
they're another one because again they tried to get in on the Matthew Stafford thing too.
And Detroit, they could say, "Hey, this." So,
but
it's gonna be a scramble.
Stephen Griffin, beer on you. Thank you, my man, Stephen. How many? You're the draft expert for me.
Okay.
How many quarterbacks do you think are in this draft that are first round quality?
First round quality. All right. So when you say first round,
guys that'll probably be drafted in the first round. I mean, we know. Listen, everybody's scrambling for a quarterback. Ain't nobody satisfied with the quarterback.
I think
right
5, now. At least 5.
Okay,
at least 5.
Now the funny thing, or the sad part will be is how many of them will actually be productive NFL quarterbacks.
That's what I was asking.
That's a different story right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Paxton Lynch and Josh Allen and Josh Rosen, those guys were number 1 picks in recent history. Johnny Manziel, these guys never panned out to be anything.
The AF for one game.
So
yeah, I think Mac Jones will end up in the first round, and that's the 5th one. So we got Trevor Lawrence. You got
Justin Fields,
Zach. What the heck is his name from BYU?
Yeah.
And then you got Trey Lance, and then Mac Jones.
And Mac Jones. So that's 5 right there. So it's conceivable that you could have 5 guys in the top 10.
Possibly, which is weird. But it's a quarterback draft. So
and everybody's desperate for quarterback.
Exactly.
So that being the case, that if you got 5 quarterbacks, and we possibly could trade back, or if we can't, and 5 quarterbacks, that leaves a whole lot of players, top players that you could get at.
Exactly.
What are you looking at if that's the case?
It's tough. Do I have my quarterback?
Everything is.
Is my quarterback signed?
But here's the problem with that, though. If you don't have your quarterback signed and 5 quarterbacks go in front of you, you think you're really going to get a franchise quarterback after that? You know, you got toaster leavings now. You know, you get the crumb. You turn the toaster upside down and you shake out
creme
the
de la creme, but creme de la creme.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel you.
You're leaving, Derek. You going to sleep, man? You going to sleep already? Good night, Derek, man. Shout out to you for that. hey, Derek.
To your stock.
Take the money out. To your stock.
Good night, Marcus.
Yeah, it's Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson's who I was thinking. Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah, that's going to leave the draft wide open.
It is. So we can get anything. We can probably get anything we want at that point. Because you still got tackles, you still got receivers.
But you know what the Cowboys will do? They'll go for another edge rusher. They always go for fucking edge rushers.
They're going to get Quiddy Pay, and I'm going to be pissed off. I'm going to be hot.
They just don't believe in tackle. It drives me crazy, man.
I mean, you don't draft a D tackle that high, though.
I'm not saying that draft them that high, but generally speaking, they don't ever draft anybody above a third. You got to at least look in the second round.
Yeah, absolutely. Second round is the wave this year.
Well, second round. Well, now we do have 2/3. But if there's a chance that somebody trades up for us, and let's say, we trade back from 10 to say 18 and we get an extra second round pick, oh my God, there's so much we could do with this draft.
Well, this is what I've been doing with a lot of mocks. I'm not trading out of 10. I was taking the best player available for the most part, and it would be Kyle Pitts. The pick that I was looking to trade, the pick that I was trading was number 42. Mm-hmm. I would move back maybe 5 to 6 spots or whatever. You obtain another one of those second rounds or third round picks, and then you adjust the needs that way. I get my safety, I get my tackle.
Depends on what's there though, because you got 2/3 if you needed to, 2/3, 2/4. You could take a third and a fourth and move back into the second too.
Yeah. So
still have a third and a fourth.
And see, the way that this draft's going to go, think about it. It's going to be 5 quarterbacks that go, right? Mm-hmm. So that means that other positions are getting shoved back. So
that's what I'm saying, yeah.
There might be teams that in the second round, like, okay, well,
you should be able to get one in the second round. You should be able to get one of the top safeties, top 2, and probably the top 2 defensive tackle.
Well, I'll ask you what's
if you're saying five quarterbacks are going in that first round, that really shifts everything out of the way.
It does, because receiver in this league, there's a couple of positions that are high value because of how the rules are. Mm-hmm. Quarterback and receiver, because you can't touch quarterbacks and you can't touch receivers. Mm-hmm. So the value's there because that's where your money's going, because the market is high for both positions. Mm-hmm. So that's why we're going to see a lot of quarterbacks and receivers in the top 10.
Yeah, but here lies again. If you get the quarterback side, one way or the other, Dak will be on the team this year. I can't guarantee about next year. But if you get the long-term deal, you end up saving some of that cap room for this year. You can restructure some deals. And if you go through and you do get, Justin Simmons to go on the back end, that changes everything you do. Then you truly do say, okay, if it's Kyle Pitts, I'm okay, because I've already taken care of one of the pieces on defense, and I still have the second. I still got 2/3. I still have a fourth.
That's what you have to do.
2/5.
I think that's what you have to do. If I'm being honest, you got to get one of them top safeties. Mm-hmm. In free agency, and you still draft a safety though, because at the end of the day, I love Donovan Wilson to death, and I do think he's going to be a good player. But depth has been the issue for us. Yeah.
If you do that, if you get Justin Simmons in there, okay, you got Donovan Wilson, then you probably bring back a Woozy.
Yeah.
There, okay Anthony Brown.
I'm okay with those guys.
As far as defensive ends, we're okay with defensive ends. I'm okay with Randy Gregory. You try and bring back Aldon Smith, of course, and you've got
do you try and bring Aldon Smith back? Because I asked this question.
Depending on how much it is. If he's looking to get, like more than $10 million, if it's up over $10 million, there's no chance.
So I'll ask you this question. Who do you think will command more money on the market? Aldon Smith or JJ Watt?
Probably JJ Watt will.
You sure? Wasn't he hurt last year? Didn't he get hurt a lot? And I mean,
he still ended up with 6 sacks last year, I think. J.J. Watt. I think actually he played 16 games last year. He had, because I was looking at it earlier today. Let me pull it up.
now I know who the better player is. It's definitely J.J. Watt.
He played 16 games last year. 36 solo tackles, 2 forced fumbles, 5 sacks. So, he was still, I'm not saying that's incredible, but that's Aldon Smith numbers.
Yeah, definitely.
That's about the same as what we got at Aldon Smith, roughly.
Looking up the numbers.
Bam, Aldon Smith, look, 5 sacks, 31. No, he just didn't have the forced fumbles.
About the same.
But the thing with really Aldon Smith, the thing you got to think about Aldon Smith, though, is he didn't have a off season. He literally signed with the Cowboys with no OTAs
more durable
and a shrunk. You got to look at Aldon Smith and say that right now, that could be, what he does the next year could be dwarfed. Could dwarf this. I think if he has an off season to get himself back into shape,
possibly. But I'll ask you this question:
give him a 1-year deal.
From a defensive standpoint, when you got those 3 rushers on the field at the same time, who do you feel more comfortable kicking into the 3 technique, J.J. Watt or Aldon Smith? Because we tried it with Aldon Smith this year a little bit, and he didn't have so much success when we put him inside at the 3.
I'd say J.J. Watt.
Yeah. So I guess it would. I'm just throwing it out there, devil's advocate. That's all I'm doing.
No, I agree with you. And from a leadership standpoint, in there, if we could, to me, you can't have enough of those guys because those guys are going to be. They take a pounding and they're going to get nicked up. So you need to be able to put wave after wave. You saw quick Tristan Hill. Tristan Hill flashed and did a few good things, but Tristan Hill got hurt.
Yeah, exactly.
And so now, we got Tyrone Crawford who's playing defensive tackle, and he's too light in the ass with 2 bad hips.
Also, I'll ask you who's better against the run, JJ or Aldon Smith? I think it's JJ.
I'd say JJ Watt, definitely.
Exactly. So I think JJ's the better player. It's just a matter, and you're probably looking at 2-year deals for either one of them. Well, so it's just a matter who's cheaper.
Just kind of like Emerson Griffin. Not Emerson Griffin. Gerald McCoy. His deal was originally, I think, 2-year deal. 2 or was it 3?
I think it was 3.
It may have been a 3-year
for
deal.
18.
But again, you play with the numbers. You're making a lot of incentives and stuff. That's if he wants to come here. That's the big thing. If he wants to play in a certain place, you'll work out a deal and say, absolutely, I've made enough money in my career. This is about me being where I want to be.
And you can't do that when you don't have no quarterback. So I think that the organization have to look at that. Because
if Dak is gone and you don't have anybody to replace him, and you're saying that doesn't look as attractive.
Yeah, I'm not going to sign a 2-year deal if he's on the tag, because that means that's that 1 year. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to sign a 2-year deal if he's on the tag. Period. Because you don't.
Well, Lonnie Holmes probably related to me. He said you got to see. He agreed with me that Aldon Smith is just getting back and getting his legs underneath of him. Aldon will not wear out like JJ with the health. There's no guarantee on anybody. It really isn't.
That's what
Brandy Brewer. Good night, man.
And that's what kills me about the health thing. We got guys that's getting hurt anyway. So why are we so worried about health? We got to stop that. I'm telling you, as fans, we're so abused by our team not going out and getting free agents that we create the excuses ourselves. I've never seen so many people say this person's too old. This person can't do that. Look at what we've had. Look at the product we've had. How can we turn our nose up at anything?
True on that.
How can we turn our nose up?
No, we can't. Again, the way I look at it is the defense got nowhere else to go but up.
They took a nosedive this season.
Do you know where we at? We in Dallas, man.
They took a nosedive for
We in Dallas.
They took a nosedive this season.
We were giving up 36 points a game the first half of the season. You know that, right? Okay. You gave up 48 points to the Cleveland Browns. It don't get no worse than that, dog. Okay.
The Cleveland Browns didn't make the
It don't get no worse than that.
I sat and watched us the year before.
You play to win the game.
We played bad the year before.
Hello?
I hate to say it, but we played better.
But the year before,
play to just play it.
We were still bad, but we played better.
We were so bad.
Come on, you play to win the game, man. You play to win the game.
You play to win. And I don't care if you don't have any wins.
Sam Darnold killed us.
Come back. No.
Mitch Trubisky killed us.
Sam Darnold killed us coming back from injury.
Get out.
The first game it came back from injury, he killed us.
When Mitch Trubisky killed us, I said it can't get no worse than this. I said that then.
All right, well, you play to win the game. All right, you play to win the game. Hello? All right, what else you got to add for us tonight, man? We've been on here for an hour and 35 minutes. We've been silly.
Yeah.
We've been having crazy. We've had a crazy man in here.
We've had crazy man with personalities.
Multiple personalities.
Multiple personalities.
But we haven't had?
Oh, we haven't had a meltdown.
Oh, man. Right now, he truly is. He truly is having that meltdown right now.
I fire Howie. Fucking fire him.
Did I mess it up?
Stupid motherfucker!
Hold up. I messed him up.
What an idiot! What an idiot! That was more than 2 big out, but we don't need a receiver! Are you kidding me? I don't want Jeff Jennings in his ass! He's stupid!
He's stupid.
I'd fire his ass.
That's right. I'd fire his ass.
I'd fire his ass. I mean, Howie's got to be stupid. What are you doing? You just let Dallas take him.
Oh, boy. He's literally shitting his pants because he's like, even if we get a lot of draft picks, Howie's the one that's still picking them.
Fact.
So, I feel you on that one, and I'm okay with that. I love that
He
fact.
said, I don't want Justin Jefferson. He's ass. The offensive rookie of the year. Was he the offensive rookie of the year? I know he put up numbers.
Yeah. And then also, too, the year before, it was DJ Metcalf. And they ended up they drafted DJ Whiteside the very pick before Metcalf was drafted. Okay. And then the very after Rhaegar was drafted, the very next pitch was Justin Jefferson. Okay. So they've been snake bitten. All right. I'll give you the final word. We gotta get out of here.
Well, I'll say this. I've done a couple of videos, but I did do a draft video this week on Alim McNeil out of NC State. Go check that out. He's a defensive tackle. Mark would definitely love him.
Wait. I think I got him up here. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I think I actually.
Yeah.
Let me pull it up. You're not gonna copyright me, are you?
I'm gonna copyright your ass.
Oh, he got the belly. He got the belly. I like the belly.
That belly's time I come out with content. All right, let's go.
Okay, you want to narrate it?
What up, draft? Yeah, I'll narrate it. I got you.
Okay, all right, here we go. All right, I'm going to kick back and relax.
Yeah, so we're going to kick back and relax, man. Look, we got a big guy from Raleigh, North Carolina.
Big guy.
6'2", I think he's about 320 pounds. The thing about these big guys, they don't never tell you their real size. But the one thing I like about him is he lines up in multiple positions. Right now, he's in the zero tech, right over top of the court, right over top. And, he pushes that back.
A little bit high.
Disrupts the pull.
He was up a little bit high playing those titty games.
Yeah, definitely. There's some of the flaws in that. He can come up a little bit too high. Right here.
He's a big man.
He definitely is. So he plays a little bit of nose, plays a little bit of one, plays a little bit of two. I think that he's probably suited for 3 technique in the NFL. But yeah, that's a big guy right here. And see, he's going to diagnose this play right here. He's going to come straight through. Quarterback keeps.
He looks all like a grown ass man.
Yeah, see, and sometimes what I don't like is I think that maybe it was their scheme where they kind of had him playing patty cake at the line like this. But look, there's 3 guys around him.
Mm-hmm.
He tips it, picks it off, Rumbling, stumbling to the end zone.
Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling all the way. Damn.
Exactly. Look, right over top of the center right there. So we've actually been missing that a little bit. We got Gallimore, but adding another body to that, could mean some things. So, I mean, I like him a lot. Mm-hmm. I think that he could definitely help us. He's more so in the second round-ish of what we're talking about. Look at that. Man in that double team right there. So he's definitely strong. He has strength. When he has the leverage, though, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So now he's in a one tech where he's shaded to the left side of the center right here. And look at this. Push him back, push him back.
See,
yeah. That's what we're missing right there.
He said, get your ass down here.
So now he's in a 3-tech right here. And watch this swim move. Watch the swim move that he does right here. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Boom.
Damn.
So
that's what I'm talking about there. That man, put him in there with Gallimore.
Yeah, he has good hands, man. I like it. Definitely put him in there with Gallimore, line up in the 3 right here again. And, he just stays to his responsibilities. So those are some of his impact plays right there. Big guy. Big, fat guy that makes plays. And we saw in the Super Bowl that was the difference. That was the difference. It
wasn't the edge rusher. It was the tackles coming up in there. Namakatsu and that, man, they beat the crap out of. Yes, Mahomes literally ran for his life up in there, and I liked seeing that. So, yeah, definitely. Who are you going to be working on this week?
This week, I probably will shift back to the offensive side of the ball. There's some tackles, and there's some tackles. I might go. I did do a receiver video this week a little bit, but it wasn't like me breaking down receivers because it's going to be a receiver-heavy draft. It's a lot of receivers. So I'll let you guys know. Just pay attention to my Twitter, at DMV Dallas Cowboy, and I'll let you guys know who's next. I also might go linebacker. Went linebacker again. A couple linebackers we haven't talked about, Nick Bolton, and I haven't done Micah Parsons yet, but I don't know if some red flags with Micah Parsons that I don't really know.
Well, that's the name that everybody keeps throwing out there, man.
Yeah. But
now, you do know we're only 76 days, 21 hours, 16 minutes, and 45 seconds away from the draft.
Yeah, exactly. So, I'm ahead of schedule right now with with a lot of the players and knowing a lot of these players out here. So you guys, make sure you tune in. And I think that what I'm going to start doing is having a draft Q&A on my channel. So make sure you guys tune in, man. And we could learn about the draft together. You guys could inform me on some things, and I can inform you on some things, and we could all get better at this thing together.
All right, I heard that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it's been a crazy night. Again, you can choose to believe me or not believe me, but SJ was saying the whole thing about Dak Prescott's ankle is bullshit. Okay, so that's my story, and I'm gonna stick with it. Okay, that's the story. I'm gonna stick with it, but we'll find out. We'll find out on that situation. But right now, shout out to Dak fan. I didn't see her in here tonight, but see, I can't. I can only have a little taste because there's carbs in here. So get your shot glass ready. All right, boom. Why am I not hearing it?
Turn the audio down.
No, it's. Is it playing? I can't tell. Did I mess up the audio on that? Oh. I turned the audio down like a dummy. That's what it was. Thank you for telling me I'm an idiot. Got to learn the new mixer. Makes new ones. All right, so one final thought real quick here.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, real hating, man, that's like an art form, man. You know, it's like
real hating.
Like a born hater, you know, like
born
myself,
hater.
man. You know, a lot of cats think they hate, but, man, I mean, I'm mad, you know, I'm mad at everything, man. You know, brother got a nice car, man. Why you got a car, man? I only got one car. Why you got 3 cars or a wife or all that, man? That's played out, man. I hate on it till he's totally broke and ain't got nothing like me, you know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, that's what real hating is all about, man.
That's what real hate is all about. All right, have a great night, and I, of course, will see you guys first thing in the morning. Thank you, everybody, for the support, and Simba was our winner tonight. Don't forget to email me. Peace out.
The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing.